Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Today we are going to be reading another story with you. And of course, we have Max and Mitzi who are having a little snack. As you can see, they are very focused on making sure that they are eating with their little snack. But today's story, I'm very excited to read about it because actually, I hope some of you have read it. It is called Maybe Something Beautiful: How Art Transformed a Neighborhood by F. Isabel Campoy and Teresa Howell, and illustrated by Rafael Lopez. And I'm very excited to be reading this book for several reasons. One reason is that a few years ago, we actually had Isabel Campoy come to our school as an author and come visit our school and our classrooms. And it was very exciting to have her join us. And so I always love reading her books. So it's exciting to have an author that we know we've met before. And the other thing is that this book is actually a true story. It is a story that actually happened here in San Diego. And so that really got my interest up, and I was really excited to read this book. This story actually takes place in somewhere that you've actually probably been. It's in downtown San Diego, and so I'm really excited to have you all hear about this really exciting transformation that happened in the neighborhood. It's called East Village, is the neighborhood in downtown, and East Village is where Petco Park is, and maybe you can take a drive with your family to see the neighborhood so you can see how it was transformed into something very, very beautiful. And the other reason why I really like this story is because the illustrator, Rafael Lopez, is actually the same person who was the muralist or the artist and the painter in this neighborhood of East Village. And so it's really exciting to make a connection to not only the illustrator but also the author. And they're both Latino authors, and so that's very exciting to know that there are authors and illustrators that come from all different backgrounds. And so I wanted to make sure that I shared this story with you all. And of course, we have Max and Mitzi who are here. They've already finished their snack and they're ready for their story. Maybe Something Beautiful: How Art Transformed a Neighborhood. And the other reason, I forgot to mention the another important reason, the other reason why I really love this story is because the colors in here are so vibrant and bold, and it makes you feel like you're actually there. So it's a different way for an illustrator to show what they're thinking in their head. So you'll be able to see that. And here you can see all those beautiful colors that I'm talking about. In the heart of a gray city, there lived a girl who loved to doodle, draw, color, and paint. Every time she saw a blank piece of paper, Mira thought to herself, maybe. And because of this, her room was filled with color and her heart was filled with joy. How many of you love to just pick up a piece of paper and draw your thoughts and what you're seeing in your mind, in your imagination? And look at how great the city is in comparison to her art. On her way to school one day, Mira gave a round apple to Mr. Henry, the owner of the shop down the street. She gave a flower to Miss Lopez, the lady with the sparkling eyes. And once again, take a look at how the illustrator colors in the different characters, but look at Mira, or you can also say Mira, it could be her name. She gave a songbird to Mr. Sachs and a red heart to the policeman who walked up and down the streets. On her way home, Mira taped a glowing sun onto the wall, hiding in the shadows. Her city was less gray, but not much. What do you think about that? Her putting up her drawings so that her area is not so gray. The next day, Mira saw a man with a pocket full of paintbrushes. He gazed at the wall. He looked at her son. He held his fingers up in a square and peered through them. He said thoughtfully. What do you see? Mira asked. Maybe something beautiful, the man replied. What do you think the man is thinking? Now, this is one of my favorite parts. Usually we have stories that have their images from left to right. And this one is from top to bottom. Then, just like that, he dipped a brush in the paint. Bam! Pow! The shadow scurried away. Sky blue cut through the gloom. The man's laughter was like a rainbow spreading across the sky. And take a look at that. Look at those beautiful colors all the way down here. So there's the gray city and then the beautiful rainbow in the sky. Who are you? Mira asked. I'm an artist, he said. A muralist. I paint walls. I'm an artist too, she told him. He handed Mira a brush. Then come on. What do you predict that they're going to do together? Mira dipped it in the loudest color she saw. Yowie! The wall lit up like sunshine. I wonder what the city was going to look like after she paints it with the man. As the man drew pictures on the bricks, Mira added color, punch, and pizzazz. Soon Mr. Sachs joined in. Then came others. Everyone painted to the rhythm, salsa, merengue, bebop. And there you can see that the community is helping in creating murals and paintings all around the city. Even Mira's mom painted and danced the cha-cha-cha. The whole neighborhood became a giant block party until... And take a look at that. Everyone in the community is helping out. So this is not just a job for one person. It helps when you have multiple people helping out for the same cause. The policeman walked up. Excuse me, he said. The music stopped. Mira put her brush down. They were surely in trouble. The officer cleared his throat, then paused. May I paint with you, he said. So Mira handed him a paintbrush, and the music started again. So even the policeman is helping out in the community. Teachers and papas jumped in, babies too. Mira and the man handed out brush after brush. Color spread throughout the streets. So did joy. Why do you think everyone was so joyful? What brought them joy in doing this? Wherever Mira and the man went, art followed like the string of a kite. After they colored the walls, they painted utility boxes and benches. They decorated sidewalks with poetry and shine, and everyone danced. Together, they created something more beautiful than they had ever imagined. When their clothes were splattered with a million colors, everyone sat down to rest, except the muralist. His eyes sparkled. You, my friends, are all artists, he told them. The world is your canvas. He smiled wide, then pulled everything together in big, sweeping motions. His paintbrush was like a magic wand. And take a look at everyone who's helping out. They all have paint splattered all around them. Even the dog and the cat. When he was finished, Mira added one more bird. way up in the sky. Maybe, she thought, just maybe. And take a look at the building with the gray and then the building with the color. Which building would you like to see in your community? And that is the end. This part here in the story actually talks about this story happening in real life and how they got so many different community members to help out. And I thought that this would be a really good book to read, especially right now, where we can always think of ways to improve our community and to improve ourselves and make us feel joyful. So think about what makes you feel joyful, what brings you joy, and how you can get the community involved in also helping with this. And this reminded me of also when we as a school created the mural for the area by our playground, and so everyone was involved. We had fifth graders who helped us, and so it was nice to see what everyone was imagining and coming together and working on that. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. Remember that you are kind, you are loved. We miss you all dearly, and we can't wait to see you all, but know that we are thinking about you. Know that you are beautiful just the way you are, and tomorrow we'll be back, and tomorrow will be an even better day than today. So thank you so much, and we'll see you later.